Hey, we're off to Point Pleasant Park. Got the morning off. Hey, Penny. Hey guys, I'm down here in beautiful Point Pleasant Park in Halifax, and I'm just trying to find a spot to sit down here on the cobble beach at the Northwest Arm. We're brought Penny for story time. I'm going to tell a story. So I'm going to get situated and hang on. Here we go. Hi everybody. Like I said, Heather is off at Northwood this morning. It is 12:15 p.m. on the 26th of August, so I'll probably release this in a few days from now. I can't do video every day, so I save them up. And I've got the morning to myself. I'm down here at the park with the Penny, taking her for a walk. It's something I haven't done for, I'd say, a year and a half. Heather and I used to do this on a regular basis, and I had plantar fasciitis, and my heart wasn't in it because at a certain point Heather couldn't walk in the park anymore. So it's one of those things that I abandoned, like swimming. Gone. So, but today I came down. I thought it's time to pick up this routine again, as much for Penny's sake as my sake. And so we're down here for a little walk. Okay. Somebody in the comments suggested that I take Heather to get her fingernails done. You know, this was after the makeup videos. And I said I would tell a story about fingernails. So this is the Fingernail Incident. And early on, when all of this started, I would say early 2022, sometime after her diagnosis, and where people were coming over and concerned and interested. Heather was still verbal. She was still talking and seemed relatively normal. A few memory lapses and things like that. And she was biting her nails. Like, you know, she's always been a nail biter, but she was able to keep a bit of length on them for years, but she was always a nail biter. And then I noticed she was really going to town on the nails. So we tried the bitter nail polish that you put on to stop nail biting. Limited success. Like, one of the reasons was that I wasn't on top of this, was not on my agenda to paint my wife's nails. So I was trying to do everything possible for her to make her life as normal and pleasant as can be. And I thought I would take her to a nail salon and get nails put on, like ladies get nails put on, their attachments on their nails. So I took her to a salon just more or less down the street from us, not far away, a nail salon. And I said she was unable to express herself, what she wanted. She was unable to express. So I said, my wife wants her nails done. She has a bit of trouble speaking. Can you put acrylic nails on? No clue what this meant. And I picked her up, half an hour later, 45 minutes later. I don't know what it was. And, geez, she had these talons attached to her fingernails. Like, they weren't necessarily all that long, but they were tall, and they were glued on, and they were just horrible. Heather's never been a fancy nail girl, and she had these claws now on her hands, and I could tell she was uncomfortable with it. I thought, okay, give it a couple of days till it settles down. She might be happy. But she didn't adapt to them and didn't get used to them. She was worrying them. You know, I could tell she wanted them off. So I said, okay, we'll do the next thing, logical thing. I'm going to get these nails off of you somehow. Well, it turns out it's no easy task to get these nails off. They use some kind of crazy, I don't know if it's epoxy or what they use, but there's some incredible glue to attach these nails. So I took her to a different salon, a little bit bigger, more high-end, and I parked her at a little station where they were going to take the nails off, and I went and had a nice pedicure with the ladies. I sat in a chair and had my feet done. I thought everything was going to be fine, and when I came back, she wasn't finished, so I sat down in a chair in the waiting area, and on my phone, playing on my phone, Facebook or something. And then the manager bustled over to where I was and said, "Does your wife have a medical condition? What's going on?" Turns out she was passing out. So I ran to the back of the salon where she was sitting in the chair. And I should point out, I had checked on her first when I finished my pedicure. She was there. Later on, I picked up that it was a smell of acetone. Everybody's talking Vietnamese. There's music, annoying music in the background. The acoustics are bad. She didn't really know what was going on. She couldn't communicate with the guy. And I think it was just an overwhelming thing. So fast forward, I ran up to this chair where she was slumping, starting to pass out. And she's just sliding backwards in the chair, and I'm panicking. My first aid courses are kicking in. I'm thinking airway, breathing, what's going on? Monitor her for breathing and pulse. And she slid down into the chair, and then she started what I think it's called agonal breathing, sort of. And I was sure this was her last breaths. I was sure she was dying. I thought, she's had a massive stroke, and she's dying here in my arms. You can imagine this was very traumatizing. Very, very traumatizing. I thought she was dying in front of me. We called 911. The paramedics came and checked her vitals. They said, no, she's not dying, but we have to get her into the clinic to have her looked over. So we had an ambulance ride to the ER, and they did an ECG, traces, a few other tests. She was fine. Just she just passed out over the overstimulation, the acetone, the noise, and so on. That was fainting episode number 1. And then there were 2 subsequent fainting episodes. One was just a few weeks ago. Go back. There was one in the living room where she, I have no idea why she fainted, but she started to faint, and I had to support her. She didn't pass out, but she came close to it. No hint of why that might have been. I thought it was dehydration, or I don't know, because she can't tell me. And then the other one was on the toilet, which I'm pretty sure was that vagus cinoscope or vagus reaction. Anyways, since then, she's had a blood test, and I haven't heard anything from the doctor that they were going to check for iron and any other markers. Haven't heard anything. I assume everything's fine. If this keeps happening, I'm going to get her into the ER to have a cardiac workup. That's complicated, though. I mean, she can't run on the treadmill. She can't even walk. She can't speak to anybody. So, but I'll go through that system. Even though our ER system is a mess, and you have to wait, 10 hours, 12 hours to get in. We'll do it anyways. And I've never since bothered with her nails. Let her chew them down. I'm never going down the road of the nail salon again, as long as I'm around. Certainly not for Heather. So that's the fingernail story that I promised. And I hope it's interesting to you. And like I said, I'm having a pretty good morning here. A little me time, I guess, is the way to put it. It's a beautiful spot. It's quite a lovely place here in the park. You can see this is right in the city. This is 10 minutes drive from my house, our house, and it's a beautiful spot. So that's my story. Stay strong, you're not alone, and a big fist bump. Bye.